some constellations such as Hercules and Hercules, which is also Hercules, and Leo the Lion. So Hercules was the strongest man on Earth. He's a constellation. So um, his constellation is called Hercules, but his name is Hercules. He was the strongest man alive, and he, as soon as he got married to somebody, um, I I'm pretty sure it was the mom of the person who he married. Her name was Hera or Hera. I can't really pronounce it, but her name was Hera, and she made Hercules go insane for like temporarily, and so Hercules insanely killed his wife and children. And then when he realized what he had done, he like ashamed himself. So he went like to, we call it jail, but it was like a really long name that I can't pronounce. And he wanted to know what he had to do for his like crimes. And he had 12 tasks that were the hardest tasks that his cousin. One site said cousin, and a book said brother. So I'm going to go with cousin. Um, so his brother was a small, weak man, and he was a king, and so he was like giving him the tasks, and so he had to go like defeat these like creatures everywhere. One was this um, dragon. I could do it. Its name was. I need to find it. 1 second. I can't really say it. It was. I think it's called Hydra, but um, it's the multi-headed monster. And what happens is like he had to face him and like kill him, while trying like kill him. Um, and so what he did was, it's Hydra is also a constellation. It's like this sea creature, but like on land. Like imagine dragon body, but covered in like just like slick, not really scales, but hard surface. It wasn't really furry. It was just like a skin, like plain skin. Um, and he had one head. But then when Hercules tried to like cut off his head, it grew. The head grew back, and then another one grew. So like it doubled every single time. So like he cut off the second one, and the first one, and then four came out. And so it was really just. He was really just. Sorry. He really was like he had to figure out what to do to try and defeat him, or else he had like a longer time in jail and whatnot. And so he burned, like he got eaten by them, and then he literally purposely got eaten by them, and then he burned the heads on the inside before he like completely died. And then Leo, which is the one that I want to talk about besides Hydra, and so Leo was a lion, and he lived in a cave, and like when people like came around, he would go and eat them. And like he was a very, like, let's say he was a very aggressive lion. He's also a constellation, and kind of a zodiac sign. But Hercules had to defeat him too, because he was like making the population go down in the village of Nemes. He lived in the Nemes cage, and the village of Niema was like decreasing in size because he was eating all the people. And so um, Hercules had to like figure out a way to kill him, and he, like with the heads cutting off and like burning, he didn't really know what he was gonna do. So he decided to strangle him, and it took 30 days to strangle him. It said in the book and in the website, and so like so he had to strangle. I don't see how you could strangle some like a lion for 30 days while it's still fighting back. Like it probably was he had to work on strangling him for 30 days, but I'm not sure if that's exactly what's right. Um, and then he had to go to this like campus kind of thing, and as like Hera was the wife of the weak brother, and so Hera called the next one, and it was like he got sent to this campus kind of thing with a bunch of women who were like really aggressive fighters, like probably a few notches down from Hercules, but they were really aggressive and strong, like the opposite. And then the men would stay home and like take care of the children and do the dishes and whatnot. It was like the opposite of what used to happen. And then they Hera went there in disguise as one of the women and spread a rumor, and that like Hercules was trying to kidnap one of the people. I think her name was Hydrapa, but I'm not 100% sure. It was Hydra something. And so they like all jumped onto Hercules at once, and he had to like figure out how to get them. And so he overcame all of them. He was like, they jumped on him, and then he just like threw them all back and fought them. And there was a bunch of other hard tasks he had to do. So that's the constellation that's Hercules, and then along the way we talked about Hydra, the multi-headed monster, and then Leo, the lion. And I'm pretty sure Leo is a zodiac sign, and maybe Hydra. I'm not sure which ones are the zodiac signs, but I know Leo is. And I think that's it. So I'm Caitlin R, and I was talking about Hercules, the constellation, which is also Hercules, Leo, which is the lion constellation, and Hydra, the multi-headed monster, which Hercules had to face. So thank you for watching, and bye!